Analysis of batch reactor data. In this lecture we will discuss about analysis of batch reactor data. Analysis of batch reactor data. As we have already discussed that batch reactor is used for small scale production and there is no input, no output. We put the reactor into it. Batch reactor with stir rate A is converted into B, and after a certain time, after 1 hour or 2 hours or 1 day, we remove the product. We remove the product from reactor, batch reactor. We put another batch into the reactor. Another product is produced. We remove another product. Similarly, we put another reactant. After a certain time, product is produced. We remove the product, and so on. The process will continue. 2 or 3 batches are produced in 1 day, or 1 batch is produced in 1 day in some cases. So this batch reactor is used for small scale production and for expensive or explosive materials, and in lab, usually in lab, we use batch reactor data. So in batch reactor we perform some experiment in lab. We prepare table, and from these table we obtain the rate of reaction, the rate constant, the order of reaction with one component or with another component. Sometimes we obtain similarly. Sometimes we need overall order of reaction. So from the analysis of batch reactor, what is mean of the analysis of batch reactor? Sometimes we need order of reaction, sometimes rate constant of reaction, sometimes we need overall order of reaction, sometimes we need rate of reaction. So all of these values can be obtained from experiments. So in lab we perform experiments, and from these experiments we obtain order of reaction, rate constant, and rate law for certain reaction. Now there are various methods to obtain the order of reaction, rate constant. One is the method of initial rate. Methods of initial rate. Here initial concentration and initial rates of reaction are used to find the order of reaction, rate constant, and overall order of reaction. Similarly, there is another method which is called integral method of reaction. Here we use the integrated rate law of first order, zero order, and second order and third order reaction to obtain the order of reaction, rate constant, and overall order of reaction. Similarly, there is another method which is called differential method. In differential method we use the differential form of rate law, which is dCA by dt minus ln, and which will be equal to some slope into ln CA, and it will be equal to ln of some constant. So from these slope we will obtain the order of reaction, we will obtain rate constant. We will plot ln minus dCA by dt against ln of CA in the differential method, and we will obtain rate constant and order of reaction. And these all values are obtained from experiment. Remember, these rate constant, order are all obtained from lab experiments. So there is another method. One is initial method, other is integral method, and the third one is differential method. So in this lecture we will discuss the integral methods for determining the order of reaction, rate constant, and overall order of reaction. As we know that for the rate law for a reaction, for a general reaction will be equal to minus RA, which is equal to KCA suppose A in a reaction A is converting into B, then the rate of reaction A will be equal to minus RA is equal to KCA to the power N, and this rate can be also written as minus dCA by dt, which is equal to KCA to the power N. For zero order reaction N is equal to 0, so this will be equal to minus dCA divided by dt into K. Similarly, further, minus dCA will be equal to K dt. Now take integral from time t is equal to 0. At time t is equal to 0, Ca is equal to Ca0. At time t is equal to some time, at time is equal to some later time, Ca will be equal to Ca. So it will be equal to minus Ca minus Ca0 is equal to K T. So it will be equal to minus Ca minus Ca0 is equal to K T. It will be equal to Ca0 minus Ca is equal to K T, or Ca is equal to Ca0 minus K T. So this is the integrated rate law for zero order reaction. If we compare this with the equation of straight line, then it will be equal to y is equal to mx plus c. Mx plus c. This minus k is equal to slope of the line, and this C0 is the y-intercept. So from this we can obtain from the slope of the line, the slope of this line will be equal to time. This will be Ca, and the slope will be minus k. This is the rate constant for zero order reaction. So, and this is the C0 initial concentration. So from this graph we can obtain the rate constant of reaction. Similarly, for the first order reaction, the rate law can be written as minus Ra is equal to Kca to the power n. So this is the general rate law of a reaction. So for first order reaction, n will be equal to 1, and it will be equal to minus Ra is equal to Kca. Now rate is equal to minus dCA divided by dt is equal to Kca. Now rearrange this relation. dCA by Ca is equal to K dt. Now take the integral. Time t is equal to 0. Time t is equal to 0 to some time t. The time t is equal to 0, Ca is equal to Ca0. At certain time, after certain time, the concentration will be Ca. Now this relation will be equal to minus ln Ca. Take the limit Ca0, and this will be Ca will be equal to K into time. Now putting it will be equal to minus ln, it will be Ca minus Ca0, which will be equal to Kt. So it will be equal to minus ln Ca minus Ca0 equal to K into T. It can be also written as minus ln Ca plus ln Ca0 is equal to K T. So it can be written as similarly we can multiply by minus this side and multiply by minus this side. That will be equal to ln Ca minus ln Ca0, which will be equal to minus K T. So it can be further written as Ca by Ca0 is equal to minus K T. Take in the base of E this relation, it will be equal to, this will be cancelled with this, Ca will be equal to Ca0, e to the power minus k T. This is the rate constant, this is the time, this is the initial concentration, this is the concentration at any time. So the integrated rate law for the first order reaction is Ca is equal to Ca naught e to the power minus k T. Similarly, we can also write this relation in the form of ln, which is ln Ca is equal to ln Ca naught minus k T ln of E, which is equal to 1. So ln Ca is equal to ln Ca naught minus k T. So again, this is the straight line equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. The slope is minus k, and ln Ca naught is the constant, and time is the on the x-axis, and ln Ca is on the y-axis. So we can also plot it on the graph like time versus ln Ca, and from the slope of this line will be minus k, and the y-intercept will be ln Ca naught. So the rate constant can be also written from this, can be obtained from this graph. So this is the integrated rate law for the first order reaction. Similarly, for the second order reaction, the general rate law can be written as supposes the second order reaction Qa is equal to product converted into product. The general rate law minus Ra is equal to K Ca to the power n. For second order reaction, the n will be equal to 2. So it can be written as Ra is equal to K Ca to the power 2. Now we know that rate is equal to minus dCa by dt, which is equal to K Ca to the power 2. Now rearrange this, we can also dCa by Ca2 is equal to K dt. So it will be further written as minus dCa divided by Ca to the power 2 is equal to K dt. As we know that it can also be written as dCa Ca minus 2 minus, and take the integral dt. We can also take the integral, so it will be equal to take integral from time is equal to 0, where Ca the time t is equal to 0, concentration is Ca naught. At certain time is equal to t, after certain time concentration will be Ca, and it will be equal to 1 over Ca. After applying the limit, it will be 1 over Ca naught into Ca is equal to K T. So after simplification, it will be equal to 1 over Ca minus 1 over Ca naught is equal to K T. That will be 1 over Ca is equal to 1 over Ca naught plus K T. So this is the equation of straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. Slope is k. So we can also plot like time. This is the time, and this is 1 over 1 divided by Ca is on the y-axis, and k is the rate constant, which is the slope of the line. This is k. This is the slope of the line. So from this relation we can also obtain the rate constant of reaction. So from these three first and second order reactions, we obtain the integrated rate law, which is for the zero order reaction. The integrated rate law is equal to Ca is equal to Ca naught minus Kt. For the first order reaction, the integrated rate law is equal to Ca is equal to Ca naught e to the power minus Kt. For the second order reaction, the integrated rate law is equal to 1 over Ca naught plus Kt. Now in batch reactor in lab, suppose someone have performed some experiments and he obtained the data about the time and concentration. Suppose this is the time, it is a minute, and this is the concentration of A, which is in molarity, mole per liter. Suppose this is a time t is equal to 0. The concentration of A was, suppose it was 5 molar. After 5 min the concentration was 4 molar. After 10 min the concentration was 3 molar. After 15 min the concentration was 2 molar. After 20 min concentration was 1 molar. This was the, suppose this table was obtained in lab. Now this is the concentration and this is the time. Now we will put this data from this table into this equation, and we will obtain the straight line for this equation, and for this equation. We will choose the base fit of the straight line. If the regression coefficient which is obtained from this data, if the regression coefficient of this data was, suppose if it was r square was 0.1 or 0.8, then we will not accept this straight line. Similarly, we will accept those regression coefficients whose value is equal to 1 or 0.99 or 0.98 or 0.99. So we will compare our experimental data with the linear line. Suppose the experimental points, suppose this is the time and this is the CA. Suppose the experimental points was this. Suppose these were the experimental points. Now we will put it to the first order, for the zero order reaction. We will put this data to zero order reaction, and the straight line equation for zero order is C is equal to CA0 minus K T. This is the CA0, this is the CA0, this is the CA0 initial concentration, which is this concentration, and this is K, and this is the time, which is here. So we will draw the straight line. Here, suppose in this case the regression coefficient was 0.6. Suppose the regression coefficient was 0.6. So suppose we draw a straight line through our experimental points. In this case, the straight line was not very close to the experimental points, and the regression coefficient was quite small. So we will ignore this order of reaction. So our data will not fit to the zero order reaction. So we will use another first order. So we will use our data. We will fit our data to the first order reaction. Straight line form. So that is CA. That is ln CA0 minus K T. So in this case, suppose our experimental, suppose this is the time, this is ln CA. Suppose our experimental points was these were our experimental points. Suppose these were our experimental points. In this case, we will draw a straight line through these points. We will draw a straight line through these experimental points. So here the experimental point, the straight line cross the experimental points only in this place. So the r square value here, again the r square value is very small. It can be 0.4 or 0.5 in this case. So the regression coefficient is very small, and our experimental points and the theoretical straight line are very far away, and they are not very close to each other. But our experimental points and our straight line, which is the theoretical straight line, the experimental points and the theoretical straight line are very far away from each other, and the regression coefficient is also very small. So in this case, our first order rate law is also, so the reaction will not first order. So in this case, the reaction will also be not first order. It will not first order reaction. Similarly, it was not zero order reaction in the previous case. So we will use second order, the straight line of second order. So second order reaction, the straight line of second order reaction was 1 over Ca naught plus Kt. We obtained, these were the experimental time and the concentration data. These were the concentration data. We will draw a graph between time and the 1 over Ca. This is the Ca, and 1 over Ca. There will be another column for 1 over Ca. So we will draw our 1 over Ca against time. Suppose in this case our experimental points were, these were our experimental points. We pass a straight line through these experimental points. So, and the regression coefficient in this case was equal to 0.999. So in this case, the experimental points and the theoretical straight line for second order reaction was quite close to each other, and the regression coefficient was nearly equal to 0 or 0.999 or 0.98, which is quite near to 1. So in this case our reaction is second order reaction. So the reaction is second order reaction. So we will use the experimental data, the experimental table, and we will use our data for first order reaction, second order and zero order reaction.